Bradford. I said Basingstoke Comic Con. Are you ready for this? Some of the cast from Supernatural on this very stage. Ruth, Mitch, and Gil McKinney.
I just thought I'd take a chaise for myself.
She always does that.
What's up, Basingstoke?
What's up?
How y'all doing? There's two more going to be joining us as soon as they get done taking.
Kim and Briana are going to come out.
They better be joining us. They're taking photos, I think?
Yeah. But when they come, I've got to go, so you should ask me a question first. Then I'm going to go. Not because of anything you said. Just I'm going to have to go and do some work.
Yeah. Ask her all the questions.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good time?
Hello, Basingstoke? Are you there? Who was here last year? Welcome back. Who's new?
All right.
Wow. Yeah, I was here last year. For all the newbies, well done for coming, and we only bite the first time, so it'll be fine.
Did you say you bite?
Yeah.
You bit some people last year?
Yeah. It's a sign of affection in Scotland.
You have a biting line? It's like you do your autograph and then
It's extra. It's extra for that. It's very warm, isn't it?
Something tells me that some people would actually sign up for that.
Well,
It's like a kissing booth, except it's biting.
Where's the knife?
It starts right here.
Hello. Oh, so where's the microphones? Are the microphones in the audience, or how do you ask questions? Oh, you're over there. So do people put their hands up?
Someone should ask a question.
Okay. Someone be brave. There's a gentleman down here. This is going so smoothly. It's going so well.
Hiya, is this on? Brilliant. So this is one that my wife had, but she doesn't want to say, but it's a great question.
Is that your wife beside you?
She's here, yes. Go on, give it some support. Go on, you say it. Go on.
Okay, so if Supernatural was to come back and you got to choose, not Supernatural, sorry, Supernatural, sorry. If it came back and you got to choose the theme of an episode, is there anything that you would really love, or that you've been missed, or that you'd love to do again?
I would like there to be a tart and biscuit episode.
Tart and biscuit?
Yeah. Like, there's a shortbread demon. Or some, do you know what I mean? I'd like to go back in time to Scotland in the 1700s, and like everyone's really grubby. And something like that. I think that would be fun, right? And they could CGI my face to make me 19 again, as Rowena was in 1765. Would you like to do that?
For those of you who have no idea who I am, my name is Gil McKinney. I played Henry Winchester on the show. I am the paternal grandfather of those two boys. I would love to do something with this man right here, because he's the other grandfather on the show. Sam, right? Sam Campbell. Samuel Campbell and Henry Winchester walk into a bar. It starts there. And then it breaks into like a full-on musical.
I'm digging that. I can go for that.
Some song and dance.
Sing her ass off. That's what we need. We need more music on Supernatural.
You play guitar, don't you, as well, Mitch?
What's that?
You play guitar, don't you?
I do play guitar. Yes, I love.
I do
to
play
sing
guitar.
And play. I do play some guitar.
Mitch is from Texas. I'm from Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Jared and Jensen from Texas. There's a good Texas contingency on the show.
I'm the only non-Texan.
You're not. I don't think you're Texan.
I'm not Texan. I'm Texan here, but what were you going to say, Mitch? You were going to.
I'd like an episode that explained what was going on with my character throughout that whole storyline, because I still can't figure it out. I mean, anybody else? Did anybody tell me what was going on there? Campbell's? What the hell? Campbell, like the soup. What the?
Did you feel that as you were doing it?
I didn't understand what I was doing the whole time. I was like, I don't think anybody else did. I think it was just, they brought me in just so Jared could harass me. And,
I remember meeting you on set really early on. You just came down to visit set in Vancouver. We were outside in the street, and the car was there.
in an alley.
Yeah, in an alley. I had a blonde wig.
That's right. It was really interesting because we brought this. My daughter's best friend. We were living in Texas. We were doing the last season of the X-Files, and I had come up with my daughter and her friend was a huge Supernatural fan. And so I said, well, listen, we're going to go to the set of the X-Files because Supernatural isn't shooting yet. Which I was lying, because I took her straight to the set, and Jared and Jensen come walking out, and she about fell flat on her face. It was one of the best moments I've ever had, seeing her face and when she saw them. And that's when we met. Yeah, it was fun, and then of course they commenced to abuse me and make fun of me. And
I did the same thing when I met Jared and Jensen. I just fangirled and fell on the ground. They were like, "This is the guy we hired."
You tend to do that, don't you?
Luckily for me, they're too tall to tell, so they couldn't see me, and it was all fine. Who's next? Hands up. Hands up, baby, hands up. You need to jog. Come on.
Hi.
Hi.
Questions mostly for you, Ruth. How are you handling being a new mum, and would you hope that your daughter picks up your accent?
I'm determined to teach her things like no. I think it's really good to have a really firm, strong no, and I think a Scottish no is a real, so we're working on that. No, it's not mum, it's no. I don't know how I'm doing.
One of the most beautiful babies I've ever seen in my life. By the way. My goodness.
She's an animatronic. She's not actually real. She looks like an animatronic. I'm really enjoying it. I'm absolutely exhausted. You know what it's like, don't you, recently?
It's the best and worst thing you can ever do to your life. Tired all the time. My daughter's 7, my son is 4. It's amazing. They say it gets better. I don't know that that's true. But you do start to sleep a little bit better. Most nights.
I'm currently paying for sleep.
You're paying for sleep?
I'm paying for sleep.
You pay, yeah.
So have any of you seen a show called Dead Boy Detectives?
Heard about it.
Okay, hands up if you've not seen Dead Boy Detectives.
Not yet.
Okay, so just keep your hand up and say, I solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
to go home and press play on Netflix and let it run for all 8 episodes so that I can work again.
Yeah.
But in the show I play the night nurse, and all my earnings are going towards paying actual night nurses so that I can sleep so I can do my job.
That worked out.
So will you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's Steve Yockey who wrote Supernatural.
It just came out, right?
Yeah, it just came out on Netflix. That's my big plug. It didn't sound very convincing that you said you were definitely going to watch it. Are you going to watch it?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Thank you, Gil. Thank you.
Alone in my hotel room. Naked. Isn't that how you're supposed to watch it?
Yes, exactly how you're supposed to watch it. Do you have any more questions? Moving swiftly on. Down here?
Love all the fans.
Oh, sorry.
It is warm in here.
It's warm. I'm glad I wore wool.
Oh, stand up.
Hi.
Oh, crikey.
Hi.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
Okay, my name's Rich.
Hi, Rich.
I'm from South Wales. And, South Wales contingent, yay, fantastic.
Oggy.
Okay, and I love Supernatural for for some of the effects, in particular, all the fluids that seem to be everywhere. We're talking blood, black stuff, ectoplasm. Have you got any kind of stories you can tell us about either your worst or best experiences of kind of getting covered in goop?
I'm sorry, because I know there are younger people here. You know it's all KY, right? No, it is. It's really gloopy. I've never seen such big pots of it.
There's a lot of KY on the set.
There's a lot. There is, because it works. It's a gunky fluid that doesn't dry up. So
Did you work with?
I
I was no.
You worked with a lot of KY on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried. Did you ever pull a prank on the boys? I tried.
No, I didn't. And I heard a lot of history of all the pranks that they pulled and stuff like that. But they were quite well behaved when I worked with them. So
That's surprising.
I was appreciative of that. I
They
mean,
must respect you or something. It's weird.
they don't know what they're dealing with.
I had one scene where I had to vomit, and I don't think I'd ever vomited on a show before, and I don't know that I have since. But I was sitting in the back of the Impala with the boys, and they would come in with warm mushroom soup, and I would have to hold the mushroom soup in my mouth for felt like an eternity, until the car pulled up and I jumped out and just vomited the mushroom soup. And we did probably 3 or 4 takes of that. So I don't really like mushroom soup anymore. I think that was probably the only gooey substance that I had to deal with.
I had to get shot in the face with this,
What?
Crowley made this man's head explode in Boca Raton, and we'd one shot at it because it was a white background. It was so much to clean me up and clean everything up. So it was like the last shot on a Friday. It was a lot and it had to work. So I had to stand there and just take it. And it was chopped up cherries, chopped up bananas, for the bits of the brain and bits of the tissue. And when it came to post-production, we had to dub my lines because my heart was beating so loud. It's really hard to stand in front of a gun. Like, it's just going to go and shoot you in the face with gunk. And then it took about 2 hours to get it all off afterwards, so yeah. There was a debate about it with the network because you can't show a human being shot or something before 9 p.m. And so after all that, if you actually look, they cut out the 8 frames where it's hitting me in the face and it jump cuts to me being spattered. So they could just have put it on, probably. I didn't need to go through the whole being shot in the face.
You can only be shot in the face after 9 p.m. It's a hard and fast rule.
But
in showbiz.
But the argument was that I was a witch, not a human, so it was okay, but they wouldn't take that.
Witches are fair game.
Yeah. So thank you for
I have a no gunk clause in every contract that I sign for every show I work on, so I've never had to deal with that.
So your heart was racing.
But because it's like, okay, and because it was really important that they got one take and that my reaction was good and I had a line afterwards, and I was just like, and it was quite uncomfortable. It's not pleasant.
I had that happen to me one time. I wasn't getting shot in the face, but I was working with Connie Britton on a TV show called Friday Night Lights. And
Have you seen it? It's the best.
It's called Friday Night Lights. You can see it on Netflix. It's based in Texas, and I had a scene with Connie Britton, and I was so nervous.
She's so good.
The sound guy came over and was like, "You all right? I can hear your heart beating." I was so nervous because she's so phenomenal. But also on that show, one thing that made that show really great is the script was just like a suggestion of what could be said. And I was new on the show, so I'd come in memorized, and the actress that I worked with most of the time, we were just very much on the page. But when I worked with Connie or Kyle Chandler, they were the 2 leads. They've been doing the show 4 years at this point. They wouldn't memorize a line. They would just read this scene a couple times, get the gist of it, and then they would just improv all the dialogue. And so I didn't know that really until I stepped on set with Connie, and she glanced at the pages and then just said, "Okay, let's see what happens." And I'm like, "Oh God."
So how did you like it?
Did I like working on it, or working like that?
Did you like working there?
I feel like I would have liked it more if I'd have gotten to do it more. I think that's one thing that made the show special, is it just seemed so natural and just so real the way they talk.
It's what got me through lockdown. I watched
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I watched and I cried at the end, and I posted a picture of myself crying on Instagram because I loved it so much. And then the next day, I got a cameo. Somebody sent me a cameo of Zach.
Zach.
Guilford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying, here, I got a cameo from one of the actors.
Wait, he sent you a cameo request?
Somebody got him to do it for me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I was so
Aw.
excited. I was so excited.
That's so cool.
Yeah. He lives along the road from me. Not that I stalked him. Anyway, who's next? Anyone? Oh, down here. Sorry. What is it? I'm already taken. Oh, you're a physicist.
That's my wife.
Aw.
Wow.
I'm Rick from Utah in America.
Yeah.
I was curious, what's your favorite thing you've taken from set, if you've taken something, and why?
I can tell you that right away. Skinner had a bulldog on his desk that I took, and I still got it. So I thought it was very appropriate for that character. And I got a lot of clothes. I got a lot of wardrobe from every show I've ever worked on. It's like after the X-Files finished, the wardrobe people brought out just a complete clothes rack of all my suits and clothes that I'd worn on the show, and they said, take what you want. Take the rack if you want. So.
They used to do that.
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
Oh!
Yay! Kim Rhodes!
Kim Rhodes!
Ladies and gentlemen, Kim Rhodes.
I've got to go now because we're interchangeable, apparently. Yeah. Oh, they told me to go.
They told if you were going, I should have stayed down there.
No.
I'm just going to sit here till somebody pulls me off the stage.
So, just very quickly, Ruth does have a meet and greet, so she will have to jump off in just a moment's time. But finish the question by all means.
I got nothing. Our show, Supernatural, ended during lockdown, and I was supposed to be there for the finale, and I think all my clothes were fitted to me or custom made. I don't know where they are in the world. Like, where are they? Where are all my clothes? Oh, so I'm bitter and sad and twisted.
I wasn't on the show long enough to feel comfortable taking anything away with me, but I did take a Men of Letters pin that I still have.
That's where it went.
And if anybody's getting photo ops tomorrow, I'm thinking about wearing my blue suit with that pin on my tie. So if there's any Supernatural fans here that want to get a photo op of Henry in his blue suit tomorrow, I'll have that. I worked on a show called ER, and I have my doctor's coat from ER hanging in my closet. Doesn't fit quite as well as it used to, but that's all right.
Do you wear that when you're watching Dead Boy Detectives as well? Anyway.
That's it.
Anyway, next question.
What was the question?
What did you take from set?
Oh, what did we take or what did we want to take?
Well, I think
either.
that's a good question. I'd like an answer to both those questions.
Actually, they sent me my official sheriff's badge and ID. I could get in a lot of trouble with that. And what's the tone of this audience? I just met them. Can I talk to them about wanting to bring the melted angel blade that basically was just a stand-up dildo?
You can say, I already started the QI.
Did you say stand-up dildo?
Stand up.
Yeah.
Like melted, like the blade part melted, and if you all think for a moment what that handle looked like, but it had melted into the ground, and Briana and I couldn't walk past it without laughing, so we had to change an entire shot, because we were supposed to walk past and be like, ooh, this is so scary, and instead we kept walking past it going, it's a dildo.
What episode is this?
Children. Wayward spin-off. Yeah, Wayward Sisters. So that was the one I wanted to take, but for some reason it was gone by the time I got to put my order in. Hi, I just got here. Who has never met me before? I'm sorry, I'll pay your therapy bills. I won't.
All right.
There we go.
Another question?
I'll
Are you
be
leaving?
back.
Bye.
Ruth, gone.
Bye.
Oh, we're gonna miss her.
But not really.
I miss her always. Where's
All
the
right.
question? Where's the
Question. Who's got a question? They're making you work for it. Back there.
Hi there. My compatriot has left the stage, unfortunately, but there you go. Quick question for the panel. When it comes to villains, do the Brits and the Scots particularly make good villains? Do you feel that?
Isn't that, when it comes to villains, do the Brits and the Scots make... Here's the thing. I truly believe that there needs to be a joy in evil. And I think Americans are still too self-conscious to really revel in that. I mean, Americans are still like, I'm tough. Like, Americans will be tough. Americans will be rough. Americans will be that kind of bad guy, but they're not very bright.
Hey!
No, honestly, American bad guys are not very...
Okay, American bad guys are not very bright. Just
Yeah,
not
no,
very-
American bad guys tend to be the I'll punch you in the face, and if you get up, I'll punch you again. Whereas the British and the Scots are like, no, I have an actual plan, and you're fucked.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Mark Shepard, like Crowley, he can do an
Yeah.
American accent. Crowley would not have been Crowley with an American accent.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine? I wouldn't even want to try it.
Hello, boys. How was that? Hello, boys. So I'm sorry. They can also add, I've just had more coffee than they have. So would you like to chime in, or should I just shut the fuck up and let somebody else ask another question?
Hear that.
Okay, all right.
I don't notice a difference, so I couldn't tell you.
I think for the most part, Americans love anything English or Scottish. So maybe that's what you're picking up on. But yeah, it's fun to be bad. I've gotten to play some. I tend to get roles like guest stars on shows where it's like you think I'm good, and then I turn out to be a total shit, which is kind of fun to play. But I'm like, what is it about me? Typecasting. Okay, next question.
So my question, hello, I'm down here.
Hi.
My question is actually for you, Kim, and it's not related to Supernatural. I'm really sorry. I've actually never watched Supernatural.
No, apologize.
Oh my gosh, do not apologize.
This is going back a bit. It's going back to Voyager and that wonderful episode that you did. I genuinely want to ask how the hell they got you into all the makeup for it.
How long was it?
Yeah, how long did it take?
3.5 hours.
Jesus. How uncomfortable was it?
Not.
Really?
It was molded to, that's one of the reasons it took 3.5 hours. The question is, I played an alien/human on Star Trek Voyager. It was I had an amazing episode, but I was their Emmy nomination for makeup that year, and it was 7 pieces of latex, 3.5 hours, and but it was not uncomfortable. It was also helpful because Garrett would make sure that I wouldn't run into things because it was hard to see through the eyeballs.
Briana,
Oh, everybody's got some.
welcome to the main stage.
I made it. I don't know how much time we have left.
Oh.
7 minutes and
Thanks.
38 seconds.
Take a deep breath.
We have to carry the rest. Okay.
Yeah, they're asking you about your appearance on Voyager. No, we haven't.
What did I miss? Sorry, what did I interrupt?
Well, I told them the melted dildo angel blade story.
Classic.
But not the.
I
CG.
did explain how we were supposed to fucking look at it and it be all ominous, and we couldn't stop laughing. That was, yeah.
Are there any children in the audience?
Oh, I should have asked that a while ago.
I see one. I see one over there.
I did volunteer to pay their therapy bill, so
Okay,
I'm good for it. Yeah. Did we have a question? We'll only shut up for 30
Shut it down.
milliseconds.
I see a hand up. Go for it. Go for it. Scream it. Oh, yeah, you.
Get it. Go.
Well, you're assuming that I've watched the show, which I have not. Kim will have a good answer for this because she knows the show better than I do. I'm gonna say Joe. Is there a character named Joe that was that?
Oh, Joe. Yeah.
Oh, there's the
evil.
blonde, in the first season, second season, there's the young woman, Joe. No, there's Joe, Samantha Ferris plays Joe.
No,
That's
Ellen.
not what I meant. Okay? So everybody calm down. I meant Joe with the brown hair to hearish.
Not a bad guy.
Between 30 and 60. Yay tall. Has a mean face. Does bad things. That's who I meant.
Yay tall.
Yay tall. So I meant, that is my favorite supernatural villain, Yellow Hat.
I mean, maybe I'm biased. I love Abaddon, but it's also because her storyline is intertwined with mine. And Elena Huffman is here, and she played Abaddon. So
Buy an autograph.
yeah, she killed it. She was so fun. We had a blast doing those couple episodes together. So I'll go with Abaddon or the cat from the episode Yellow Fever. The cat's pretty scary. Nobody?
No, that's good. That's
Classic.
where that I've only seen the clip of Dean screaming and saying, that was scary.
It's classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was scary. What a pussy. The cat. Aren't you guys glad I'm here? Thank God I made it.
I don't know, does Rowena count as a bad guy?
Yeah.
Rowena. Rowena, Crowley, and Lucifer. Those are my, like, they all take...
Lucifer was cool.
Yeah.
He had some nice moments.
I'm gonna have to say Crowley. I think Mark Shepard is a brilliant actor. He's a pain in the ass, but I think he's a brilliant actor.
I'm so glad you
And I
said
tell
it.
that to I say that to his face, and he appreciates that.
He'd be mad if you didn't say that.
Thank you. All right, we had you. Wait, where were you? Right there. Go.
Is this on?
Yes.
Yes. So had the spin-off continued, where would you like to have seen it go? And the Wayward, is it Wayward Sisters it's called? Where would you like to see the storyline go in terms of the universe?
I would love to have seen it go past one paycheck. But there was so I don't know if you know this, killing him right now, love this, my best audience, is that when they pitch a show, they have to pitch the entire season arc. And so they did actually send us what they had intended to have happen on the show, had it gone to series, and I know that Donna was going to be turned into a vampire, which I thought was very exciting, barring her, surviving that. Again, back to the paycheck business, but I would love, anything. Wayward Sisters would have been a fucking great show. Would have saved the CW. I can say that because I don't work for them anymore. And they're not listening. They're all sleeping right now in North America. So it's fine.
Is this to you?
That was, yes, I was excited for Donna to become a vampire. Yeah. I was excited I too would have liked to see, where would I like the season to go? I'd like to see it go past 7 years. Yeah, but it didn't. It's okay, we came close, we podiumed, and it's because of you. Y'all know that the reason they made that was because of you, right? Woo. For those of you who don't, never in the history of ever has anyone said, they won't fucking shut up, I guess we need to make them a television show. And it's because of you and your vibrancy and your passion and your presence and the fact that your voice still deserves to be heard. So Wayward didn't get picked up, but we revel in the fact that the spirit that created it is still present and loud and insurmountable. No, that's not the word I wanted. Undominable. Never mind, I'm gonna stop talking now because now my brain is
Unpenetrable.
Invincible. No, that's not it. Penetration did not, now that's where I am. Now we're back on the angel blade. Oh, that was so good for a second there, wasn't it? Anyway, thank you. We love you. Keep making noise.
What else?
I mean, I feel the same about the Winchester spinoff. Like, it was like a dream come true for me to get to play Henry again. And same thing, it got picked up and they brought Henry back 10 years later, and then the show got canceled halfway through the season, so it's like one paycheck. And I was told by the showrunner that they had many episodes on the back nine for Henry. So, but you know what? I've been paid in full. I'm okay with it. I'm so glad that I got to play Henry at least one more time, and I'd love to do it again. But this whole supernatural fandom and being a part of it is one of the greatest gifts in my life. One of the most unexpected things that's ever happened to me. I had no idea that auditioning for a guest star in Supernatural would change my life in so many ways. So I've been paid in full, and anything else is just gravy.
We'll We have 45 seconds.
Somebody ask a quick question.
Somebody ask fast.
40 seconds.
Quick and dirty. Come on, dirtier the better.
and dirty.
Just kidding.
That's-
Just kidding. There's children
how she
involved.
likes
Stand
it.
up, stand up. Yes,
Yes.
go. Yes, you, go quick. Well, I'm pretty good at...
What was that?
I could do a lovely British accent, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I've been terrorizing people with my terrible British accent. It's terrible. But I can do a Minnesota accent, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's a lovely one.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, come on. Everybody loves a Minnesota
That was your
accent.
Donna, right?
That's my Donna.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Donna accent. They didn't know, but I'm also pretty close to a Saskatchewan accent, which is where I'm from, so, you know. You know? Okay. How about you? How about you there, bud?
I had an interesting experience. I was doing a con in Birmingham. It was a supernatural con, and I was doing a panel, and a young lady from Scotland stood up to ask a question, and I could not understand a word she said. And I literally went down and stood in front of her, this far from her face, and watching her mouth move to see if I could make it out. And I still couldn't. So finally, they rescued me, and they put on the back. There was a screen behind me, and they put on the screen what she was saying, what the question was.
No shit.
Really,
That's great.
Mitch was using Google Translate. They're like, she's speaking English.
I felt like a freaking idiot. But I finally got it. I answered it, and then I did another one in Birmingham years later. The same young lady came up and asked her a question, and then she said, "I've been working on my accent," and I could understand everything she was saying. And I was like, "God bless you, darling." It was like
Ruth,
very sweet.
I used to live a block away from Ruth Connell, and she would have my daughter come over to talk to her Alexa for her. Because Alexa didn't understand what the fuck she was saying. She was like, "Tabby, tell it to play some music."
All right.
I see waving. We're done. Thank you so much.
Getting down.
Thank you, everyone.
Off the stage.
Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, make some noise for not the cast that we started with, but the cast that finishes Supernatural and Basingstoke.